you some of the quilts live because I know everybody's waiting to see the quilts on the video. But it's gonna take a little time because I photographed all the quilts, but then I have to make sure all the photos are actual good representation of the quilt. So I'm just gonna take you around and show you some of the quilts. Turn this. So this one is Roar Jungle Magnolia. And it has all of the beautiful Tula pink fabric in it. Old dinosaurs. It's kind of secondary when you look at the quilt, actually. Because if you step back, you barely even see the... Hey, Chris! You barely even see the dinosaurs in it. And there's more people here than there were the other day when I was here. But I want to take you around so you can see more quilts. Here's a lovely black and white one. And it is hard to go live here because there's so many people and I can't get back far enough most of the time for you to see the whole quilt. So I'm just gonna give you a couple, little walk around here, a little sampling of the quilts that are being shown. I walked by this one in particular, probably like 8 times before I realized that's the alphabet. If you look at it, I did not realize that first off. And this one has beautiful quilting on it. If you do have any questions while I'm live showing you all of this, I'm happy to answer. Otherwise, I'm walking around talking to myself here, so I'm just giving you some... This one right here is a beautiful Bargello quilt. Sorry. This one has beautiful hand stitching to it and tiny piecing. That one is the first prize in the pieced section. I can back up so you can see more of it. You're gonna hear me say oops like 500 times because there's a lot of people here. Let's go over. Look, if you look all the way down there, that's more quilts. And then beyond those doors is where all of the vendors are. There were footprints on the border of that one, Chris. Yes, they were. It was actually like texture. It was really cool. So, hi, Jane. This one is a really beautiful one here. So if you are really into long arm quilting texture, look at this one right here. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the shading just in the piecing. Hey Rhonda, it's good to see you. Trying to show off a little bit more of the quilt floor here because while this is going on, everybody wants to see quilt pictures. They want to see the best of the best of the best quilts here. But it takes me a little bit of time to make those videos. So you're kind of getting like the live videos here. And also those lights are terrible for photos. This one was really cool. So it's... I don't know what you would call this. Let's see. It's fabric manipulation, but they're actually like woven in there and then quilted around it, and then the areas that are left open end up being pieces of the windows. So hey Tanya, sorry if I've said that wrong. If you look at, let's see, let's keep going. We'll look at these over here. So this one's got some lovely tulip pink fabric in it, but very beautiful quilting. And this one is small too. Like, if I put my hand up here, you can see the size difference in here. And there's that quilt compared to this one that's next to it. That one's a little bit bigger. It's got some beautiful quilting into it. And if you give me just a few days until next week, I will be posting a video that has more of the quilts from the quilt show in it. I have photographed every single one of them. There's like 1,400 quilts. There's a bunch of them, so it's taken me a while to go back through all of my photos. But there's another one that plays with the texture of the quilting, leaving those big open areas, doing the whole cloth around the outside, the brain and the inside, right? And then playing with texture, doing depth and letting it come outwards. I love the way that this one played with the thread color. So you have the black thread color and then the white, or not white, the green thread color that pops out to create secondary patterns and texture as well. Chris said, quilt goals, I'm still struggling with Ohio Stars. Yeah, I totally get it. So I know I get to come to this every single year because I live in Houston, and it's amazing. And look at that beautiful stripy binding on that one. And I love, if I zoom in here, you can see that her earring sparkles. So I get to come to this every single year. And what I have to remind people who are in here watching this show and seeing all these quilts is this is the best of the best of the best quilts in the entire world. I actually just got to talk to one of the quilters here who has her work on display. I think she has seven quilts over there, I think. But she's from France. And I was asking her, like, do your quilts like, travel a lot? And she said, just in France. Like, this is the furthest that they've ever been. And you know, there's also quilts in here from, I think, Taiwan and Japan, and I can't remember quite where else, but most of my quilts will never be in here either. I don't know if any of my quilts will ever make it into these shows, and that's okay, right? Because these quilts are art pieces. They're gorgeous, they're incredible. They're not necessarily meant to be on, this is not your typical level of quilting, I guess is what I'm trying to say. This is not your typical level of quilting here. These are beautiful quilts. And there's gorgeous quilting. But can you see, like, these trees are hand embroidered. Those leaves are nice. These leaves are tiny. The branches are hand embroidered. The leaves are hand embroidered. Even the different colors of green. And then I'm going to keep going on this one because this one is really fun. There's some right there. All of those tiny little French knots. Mixing in some ribbon in there. Rhonda, I do have a quilt in here actually, but it's not like a part of one of these exhibits. My quilt is in the Cherrywood Challenge. And so I have that one that is on display. So yes, I do have one here, but we're not by the Cherrywood Challenge right now, but I do have that one that is on display, and I did a live the other day that had that in there. This quilt right here has a whole lot of texture to it as well. So there's lots of you're right, Rhonda. I should not dim it just because it's part of the Cherrywood. It is still here. So this one, you can't see it. There is some metallic thread in there. But then down here, you actually have this beautiful wool that has been quilted into place too. Excuse me. And each one of these is part of an exhibit, but this one, whoops, this one uses beautiful like silk fabrics, and again with the wool and the felt. And I wish I could take you around for me, like with me forever in this quilt exhibit and show you every single one of them. There is so many quilts. This one is really fun because the border has the yo-yos with the buttons. And then there's hand stitching, there's all kinds of embellishments. Somebody's playing with the machine stitches that are on there. I really want to touch all of them. I have not touched a single quilt while I've been here, just so you know. I'm going to take you around just a few more corners here so that you could see and get just a little bit more of a preview. But know that I will show you much better pictures of all of these quilts in a video coming up this week. Also, I have been shopping this morning. I said I was not going to do a whole lot of shopping. But, as we know, that was very much a lie. This one's gorgeous. And, again, I'm not touching it. I'm just leaning over the railing. You can see all of the additional add-ons. Those are all buttons in the front garden. Pearls and beads added to the plants in the front yard. Silks and paints to pull it up. You see the whole thing here. This one is also very fun. So the level of talent here is just absolutely amazing. It's incredibly inspiring. Some people may come here and find it a little bit sad. Oh, look how they did this border. Do you see this? Like an embroidery border. But when you pull back, it matches that binding on our quilt really, really well. And the blue fabric around the outside does have the glitter to it. Yes. Yes, these quilts are amazing. And I wish I had just like weeks to sit here and look at all of these quilts. But it's a couple more days here at the Houston Quilt Festival. This one has a lot going on too. Look at this. So, first of all, gorgeous quilt, gorgeous fabric. Well, let's zoom in. Those are like patches, embroidery style patches. There's lots of different fabric texture. There's lots of different thread texture, lots of different stitches. Most of those are stitches that come like with your machine. You know, that right there, that's just a zigzag stitch. Really, really close together. That's your blanket stitch there. You can use it as a binding stitch also, by the way. Here's like a swirly stitch. Just goes back and forth over it several times.
She's 82. 80 also? However you want to take it.
And let's see, what else do we have here? Alright, this may be where we cut it off. Because while I'm doing this, I have to be careful not to get in people's way. But flip it back. I hope you had fun looking at the quilts. I'm gonna have a better video of all of the quilts, every single one of the quilts in the quilt show coming up next week. And hopefully you'll watch that video too. I'll see you later. Bye.